Kawhi up top, looks at the clock, turns the corner for the win! Got it! Kawhi Leonard!
History can be decided in mere seconds. From buzzer beaters in basketball to record setters in the Olympics, those small differences can change the outcome of whole storylines in sports. Valorant, our favorite e-dating simulator, also depends heavily on time. It takes time for the e-boys to rizz up the egos. But most importantly, time can also win or lose rounds. Our story begins not recently, but in the prehistoric times of Valorant. I would like you to rewind your memory to when people were doing cringe TikTok dances and where the pro scene was the Wild West compared to today. In EMEA, two teams will be battling it out for a place at Masters of Reykjavik. On one side, it'd be first seed Fnatic. Wait, what do you mean I've got the wrong players? This is the Fnatic lineup everyone knows and loves. Yes, your eyes don't deceive you. Out of the 5 Masters winning players, only Boaster and Durka will be present during this era. Future teammate Chronicle will be on the opposing side of M3 champions, who were the remnants of Berlin champions Gambit. This lineup would also include future Team Liquid prisoner Nats. And yeah, that's about it. But trust me, there's a reason why this team won a Masters. Losers of this match would fall down to the lower bracket to fight G2. Wait, sorry guys, wrong team again. This match was basically a must-win if they wanted to show up on the international stage, as G2 was one of the best teams in the region at the time. Our Mona Lisa will be painted by these two teams, and their final map of split will be our canvas. Now, unfortunately the original stream for this match has been nuked into oblivion, so credit to the YouTube channel Valorant Database for the re-upload. Split is historically a defender-sided map, and Fnatic will be lucky enough to start on that side, playing a comp that was typical of the time. M3C would have a more innovative take, with the newly released Neon taking the stage. As we begin the match, the storm would be brewing as we would see the future potential of Durka, with him acing to open up the game.
It's the nade thrown through, but actually Chronicle is the first one to land a shot. Durka going in for a little bit more, and he's going to end up with 4 kills! And that's going to go peeking into the angle.
After that though, nothing interesting happens for the rest of a half. And if I was to go through each round, you might die from old age. So I'm just gonna press this button and...
Hey yo, what the fuck?
It's round 14, and Fnatic have pushed the Russian Org onto their back foot, leading the series 9-3. After losing the defender side pistol round, M3C are forced onto an eco, and it's here where you see the strategies of 2022 coming to light. Now, normally after losing a pistol round, teams of today will usually full save, maybe buying a ghost or sheriff if they killed people in the first round. Well, M3C didn't kill anyone during the previous round, yet they are forcing not 1, but 2 shorties and a frenzy. IGL Redgar clearly can't buy for the next round if they lose, and even commentators Mitchman and Tombiz are confused.
We go.
Why are there 2 shorties? Sell those. Oh, I hate you.
Regardless, the round starts, and M3C's gamble stack on B actually works out for them. The Russian super squad manages to thin out Fnatic's numbers, leaving us in a 2v1. I wonder who the last player alive for M3C is. Our future Team Liquid IGL will be left to clutch with 2 shotgun pellets and a dream, but he does have the power of information on his side. Fnatic has no idea where he's coming from, and Boaster, why are you planting?
Oh no. Oh no, he's made it on! He's got the kill as well! Even the weapon picked up now, no info on the... Whoa, he's actually guessed it right! Great damage, Durka on 10 HP, Redgar actually clutches it! A shorty in from B main! And that's how Mech get their 4th round!
With complete gun advantage, Durka and Boaster would show no synergy whatsoever as they played their individuals, handing a thrifty round to M3C on a platter. Chronicle wouldn't give us any time to reflect on that round though, as he would get the fastest kill in Valorant history, I think. The first kill goes over to M3C, and they also have a gun advantage. This is looking suspiciously like a round that just happened, but M3C will show that they're more intelligent and plays as a team to win the round.
They've only got a pistol, so you're not fit.
For the last moment, will switch his gaze back around. Boaster is also snap.
Thankfully, duelist Defo is able to actually aim his gun and win the round for M3C, saving them from the embarrassment that they had just handed to Fnatic. Round 16 will be a more normal round. And by normal, I mean Chronicle walking up for free on B main, because that's just how broken pre-nerf Chamber was.
Flash didn't get him. So he's still here, he's still going up, and there.
With all of that map space lost, Fnatic would take middle and kinda just sit there, with Durka solely peeking out of a smoke. Anyways, in classic Fnatic fashion, they would hit A with only 20 seconds left and no information on the site. Defo throws up his wall to begin a fast retake and
A lot of space, 2 kills for Defo with it.
What?
How?
What?
yes, for all the Gen Alphas that are watching, the Neon Wall used to do damage. Fnatic will be shocked. See what I did there? Okay, please send help, please send help, please send help. At this development, an N3C would begin mounting their comeback with a clean eco round in round 17. Don't worry, the mayhem will continue with the future teammates exchanging kills to open up round 18, leading to a split.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I'm sorry. Into B side. Redgar pops his ult to cancel out Durka's ult, but our finished duelist is simply better and aim diffs the poor fella. Now, after this kill, being one of the greatest duelists of all time, does Durka A. dive onto side to continue the B split, B. wait for Boaster so they can play trades, C. keep heaven control and let his team enter the site, or D. like the video and subscribe to my channel, which you guys should do? The answer is none of those, as he decided to waste his whole mag trying to kill the 750 HP KO and dies mid-reload. Don't worry though, the remaining players of Fnatic do grow a brain cell and manage to trade off each other to win the round. Round 19 would fly past, with members of M3C just being picked off during the round. And in the big 20th round, M3C is 12-7 down, with the lower bracket calling their name. Normal Valorant players would play more cautiously, doing calculated plays to win them the
towards middle here for Chronicle like we're seeing now. Haven't really worked out.
Chronicle has lost his life 10 seconds into the round. As Fnatic speed up their B hit after that opening pick, Shados breach ults Heaven to knock them all back into Redgar, resulting in an even up in numbers. Mystic would end up eliminating him though, and the habits of 2022 would show once again as he dry swings into the 2 players by himself. Nats with his big IQ brain would then be able to sniff out Durka's flank, giving M3C a well-needed lifeline. In the very next round, Chronicle would do the exact same play and hold the sideline for free for 40 seconds until they flash him off. Hooray! Wait, Fnatic, what are you guys doing? Why are you giving up space you just took? Fnatic would decide to take a quick nap before realizing they need to win the game first, and squeeze in a plant before losing the round. Fantastic. On round 22, Chronicle does an innovative play.
And we've seen the adaptations from Mech. This one in particular, Chronicle.
As Fnatic takes the most important part of the map, they speed up their A push. Luckily enough for M3C though, there's another GOAT of Valorant on their team to save the round.
Still waiting for them, catches the first and the second spike down at his feet. That is huge. He even continues to aggress. Nats is taking the whole team down. Up for the wall back.
The 23rd round begins. At this point, I don't even want to commentate on this anymore. Except this time, Chronicles is actually able to get an opening pick. Durka then attempts to take A Heaven by himself and ends up dying, leaving Fnatic saving halfway through the round. If people tune in at this point of the match, they would have never expected Fnatic to be up 10-3 at one stage. As the final round of regular time begins, M3C would do something called throwing, as they would buy an op to hold each choke of the map. Bigger is not always better though, as both Defo and Chronicle would miss with their big guns. With Durka once again cracking open the round, it would look lost as Defo would be trapped backside with no reinforcements. Sometimes though, Lady Luck will be on your side.
Durka trying to wrap round and he's being cornered, still manages to find a headshot. Chronicle looking to push back into the site.
Oh, that connection. It only takes down Boaster, who just been rezzed. But Chronicle does well even still. That's a man removed and flashes out of the play for Fnatic. We're gonna have to do this on just raw aim duels and it's not going well.
With the score all tied up, all Valorant players know what time it is. In the first 2 rounds of overtime, the 2 teams would switch playstyles. M3C would hit site at the last possible minute and Fnatic would open up the round by getting the first kill. With this, they would both take their own attacker side round. Round 29 would begin and Fnatic would actually have a lead on the defensive side, taking down Shados early on the retake. It would be quite unfortunate for them that one of the best Valorant players of all time is still alive. Beautiful clutch, Nats. I hope none of your teammates will throw during your defensive.
We've seen this many a time, looking to see if Mech have the stones to close this, and again, Chronicle's going walkabouts. It could be everything.
This is the best Valorant player to ever live, by the way. Fnatic player Magnum would then show that Nats ain't shit, as he would get a crazy 4K to solidify the round. After being taken out by a BBL player, M3C decided to forego their humanity and revert to peak life form, JPEG files. This would give them mystical powers, as Chronicle would secure the round with a ratty 2K. Now, with all the fun and shenanigans this game has given us, it's difficult to remember that this is not a documentary on the worst game ever. Every game has a decisive round, and for the two European teams playing, round 32 would be their climax. You know the round is special when Chronicle doesn't peek out of the smoke into the middle. With no reaction from the most prestigious player in Valorant, Durka runs his ass up into top vents, letting all of M3C know that he's inside enemy territory. This leads to him being crunched between Chronicle and Redgar, and with no trade in sight, Fnatic decides to reset. Just kidding. Fnatic learns from Durka's mistakes and instead slow walks into vents, preparing for an A crunch split. With a skillful shot from Brave AF, Redgar would be stuck in a hard spot, and Fnatic would finally be able to play an advantageous post-plot. With trades going back and forth, this would lead to duelist Defo having a tight clutch against Brethren Brave.
Halfway or just about. Brave coming around the corner though. He stopped the defuse. He's running the clock down. Defo wants the swing, and surely that's it one on time now.
Oh, I don't think he's got it. It's gonna be close. Oh, it must have been so ridiculous.
If Defo had killed Brave a millisecond earlier, had the wooden keyboard to defuse faster, not sponsored by the way, or any factor that would allow him to defuse earlier, then that game would have ended right there. This heartbreak for M3C would have to be put in the back of their minds though, as overtime would continue, and boy would it continue for quite a while. With more stupid moments such as this
Guy's got like 37 kills right now, and he's pulling out the op. Truly disgusting.
He's trying to fade. He's fading the steps.
Yeah, running around the circle. I like it.
and also this.
Running out of time. They have to get into the site. The spike is currently going through heaven. Are they attempting to go back to B? I don't even think they have enough time for this. Completely lost the plot towards the end, but
Fnatic would snatch the win in a grueling 23-21 win. This match would also be solidified as one of the longest maps in general, as it would take a fantastic hour and 42 minutes, which was nearly the same length as both the first two maps. M3C would face G2 and get absolutely slapped by the then European team, and their dreams of Reykjavik would disappear. Fnatic would face similar treatment, first being served a donut by FBX, and then getting the M3C cuisine from G2. At least they got to go to Reykjavik.
just waiting for him to try and go for the plant. He's not connected. The initial shot of the blade sword comes out. He's gonna dash in, and it goes.
Oh well, at least the two teams gave us an amazing game to watch. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.